Absolutely. Thank you very much. The top 5 biopharma trends in 2024. I would start with the anti-obesity drugs. Number 2 is radiopharmaceuticals or radiopharmaceutical technologies. Number 3 is the antibody drug conjugates or ADCs. And the 4th one would be the cell therapies. And I mean here the CAR Ts in particular, and the allogeneic, to be a little bit more specific. The most impactful one is the artificial intelligence and machine learning as applied to drug discovery. I think this will be transformative for the research and development of big pharma, and it is already drawing a lot of deals and financing and partnerships. Issues. IRA is one of the most challenging areas in the US. We have seen some pulling back from the area of small molecules from many big pharma, namely Pfizer. We have seen many companies such as AstraZeneca and others challenge the government. They lost. Last year, there was an announcement that they have lost. And so, yes, the area of small molecules may get bigger, and innovation may be hindered as a result of that. And that's why we are seeing trends within the trends, just to complete a little bit my answer earlier. So, for example, companies are looking for technologies that are a little bit more complex, and that will delay the time to generification or to biosimilars. And so the third trend that I have mentioned, which is the ADCs, falls into that category. ADCs represent another attribute, which is the easy regulatory path, or what is perceived as an easier regulatory path. And so that's why you see a lot of cross-border deals that are happening in that category, the category of ADCs. And so clearly we expect to see other cross-border deals in this area by other big pharma who will try also to capture a little chunk of the $31 billion. I think there are 4 criteria that I may suggest that pharma should look for. In terms of capabilities, I would look for the wet labs existence, and I would favor that over the dry labs. I would look for a true hybrid team within the partner. I would look for the prospective predictions, and whether it is published, that would be great. The other thing that would really reassure me as part of the pharma work when contracting a partnership is whether there are other partnerships, whether this company I am going to partner with has already contracted other partnerships, especially with a tech company. Of course, even with another biopharma company, that is great. But with a tech company, that is that I may suggest that pharma should look for in their potential partner. And these capabilities could be beyond a hybrid team, beyond having a scientist and a chemist and a biologist. You need to have a true hybrid team within the partner. And the partners also need to present the prospective predictions that they have made and the papers that they have published on these predictions. So this will reassure big pharma about the solidity and the robustness of the data. To allude to the wet labs that my colleague and the other speaker has mentioned, the wet labs are also part of the capabilities that big pharma should look for in a partner, because the wet labs analyze substances and potential drugs on living organisms and not only
in vitro,
in vitro and mathematically, not as by modelization. So in terms of capabilities, I would look for the wet labs existence, and I would favor that over the dry labs. I would look for a true hybrid team within the partner. I would look for the prospective predictions, and whether it is published, that would be great. The other thing that would really reassure me as part of the pharma when contracting a partnership is whether there are other partnerships, whether this company I am going to partner with has already contracted other partnerships, especially with a tech company. Of course, even with another biopharma company, that is great. But with a tech company, that has a higher weight, in my opinion. And I mean, in all this progress, it opens a big question to everyone, by the way, as for who will own the data, who will own the clinical data, because clinical data are the goal that everyone is searching right now.